Hello Aquarius, how are you? I'm going to be doing a reading for you today. So your song for this week is Social Cues by Cage the Elephant. So this definitely felt like a heavier energy, heavier topic. I think it's about addressing your childhood self or things that had gone on in your childhood or habits that you took from your childhood. Something with your childhood where it's kind of affecting you today. So some of the lyrics in it, this song is probably one of the least inappropriate songs for sure. So if you want to listen to this song, go for it. Listen to the lyrics. It's a good song. So it says, I think it's strange when people say you're the next big thing, you'll never fade. So you could be successful in some way. You could have some sort of success, or you're coming into some sort of success, and it's kind of like there's something that's kind of blocking your ability to kind of fully enjoy this success or something. It's like something stopping you from enjoying your blessings. So it says, starry-eyed child left behind, choose your favorite vice, I'll be in the back room, tell me when it's over, don't know if I can play this bar much longer. So this song is obviously about them, a singer, a artist, songwriter, who is kind of like, yeah, people are like, you know, it's nice that it's so, but like at least you're on the radio, but like you're still thinking of things that have gone wrong, or just things in your life that you're, I don't know, it's like aspects of yourself that you may have neglected or been ashamed of, or just pieces of your childhood that you kind of reject to acknowledge, you know? All right, so that's what I got from that. Oh, and so actually, so I've heard this song like a million times, the next song, because you actually have two songs. I've heard it a million times, but I accidentally hit next, and this is the song that played. So it gave me chills, because I've heard this song a million times, but like, just like with everything I was thinking with the first one, after looking at all the lyrics and writing everything down, and then having this song come on, I feel like it was so fitting. It's High Hopes by Panic! At the Disco. You could have heard of it. It's on the radio and stuff. If you've heard of it before, and even if you don't like it, I definitely suggest listening to it and reading the lyrics along with it. It's such like it's such an amazing song, and I feel like it fits so well. So some of the lyrics were fulfill the prophecy, be something greater, go make a legacy, manifest destiny back in the days, we wanted everything, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling, burn your biographies, rewrite your history. So it's like, no matter what cards you've been dealt, no matter what situations you've been put through, rise above that, and, you know, like, stay positive regardless of that. You know, you're not your past, you're not the situations you've been through, you're not those shadow selves that you've neglected to, like, pay attention to. Like, if you have a shadow self from childhood, like say you were ashamed of something that you naturally did or were when you were a child, and eventually you grow up and you're not that anymore, you're not displaying that behavior or something, and it's something you kind of pushed away, and you kind of just like decided, that's not me, I'm not going to be that. That's still an aspect of you, and it's still something that needs to be faced, and it can't be like neglected. Like, it can't be, you can't just push things away and expect them to be away. It's kind of like you're just kind of holding them within more, and you may notice that maybe parts of those things that you thought you put away may be coming out, you know, insecurities, like situations that may have happened, anything, anything. Like, you know, I know that I definitely have things from my childhood that, you know, I have shadow selves with, and, you know, I definitely have to deal with those too, so I can definitely relate to this situation. So hopefully I'm making sense. I'm always hoping I make sense. I never know if I actually make sense, but either way, the High Hope song, definitely something to listen to as well. You can listen to both. They're both good. Neither of them have inappropriate language, so I don't have to give a little warning. All right, let's actually pick a card. Like, I think I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like 5 minutes in. Okay, let's see. Aquarius. Where is Aquarius? Ooh, cosmic flower. So you could be dealing with your heart chakra. It says the frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. You know, where your love comes from, you know, the love that you're pouring out into the world. I don't know, I feel like this is like you dealing with the heart chakra and maybe like unconditional love for yourself. Maybe you're giving some compassion to those parts of yourself that you've neglected to acknowledge. Okay. Or like, it's like if you're, passion. It's like if you're like embarrassed of behavior from your childhood, or just embarrassed of things, anything from your childhood that you like hate or just like cringe at, you know. It's like kind of like giving yourself understanding. It's kind of like pulling yourself apart from that childhood self and kind of looking at your childhood self as something separate from you, you know what I mean, and kind of showing that aspect of yourself love, because that childhood part of you, that person, that child inside of you doesn't actually go away. It's like those parts of you don't grow up, like they're still within you, and if you've neglected them or shamed them or felt ashamed of them or hid them or just like felt anger towards them or had any kind of negative emotion towards them, it's like kind of switching that and, you know, giving yourself some credit, you know, kind of reflecting on situations that you've been through and being like, well, I acted like this because of this, you know, like, you know, it's okay, childhood self, that you were like that because, you know, it wasn't your fault, or, you know, this, or you had this to deal with, or, you know, it's like kind of like looking back and kind of being really nice to yourself. That's what I'm feeling from this. And passion here, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So obviously this is passion, but what I'm getting from those words, it's kind of like it's like kind of intense emotion, whether that may be a positive or negative emotion. Understanding that when you're feeling an intense emotion, it's for a reason. So if you're feeling an intense negative emotion at something, you kind of have to kind of check yourself and reflect on why. You could be having a lot of triggers right now. A lot of triggers could be coming up. This could also be, you know, like you could be dealing with something you're passionate about, whether that be a project, a person, something you're passionate about, you're dealing with, and you're trying to reap the benefits of all the work you've put in and all the success you've come by, and you're trying to be happy about it, but something's stopping you from being happy about this passion. Let's see why is this situation happening for Aquarius? Okay, that one almost came out, but it didn't. Oh wow, okay. The throat and the heart chakra came out. So why this could be happening is because there's some healing that needs to be done with your heart chakra and your throat chakra. As I'm like tripping over my words. There could be something that you need to speak up about, something you need to get off your chest, something you need to kind of let go of, heal, something you're holding within your heart, and it stops you from maybe speaking your truth, speaking on things, like maybe this stuff is holding you back, you know? So it's like you're in the you're in the energy of healing your heart chakra, because your heart chakra needs to be healed, and I'm sure your guides know that your heart chakra needs to be healed, and that's what they're working on now, so that you can go to the next step, you know, whatever that may be. Let's see here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Was not trying to do that. Yeah. You never want to look past those things that you've been through and kind of just like put them on the back burner and be like, well, I already went through it, I don't have to address that again. It's like, how could those things be holding you back today from feeling at your utmost best, from getting all the benefit out of the blessings that are coming your way? Because if you haven't received these blessings yet, they're on the way, and you're coming into some sort of success. And for you to actually enjoy that, and for you to actually put yourself all into that passion, you're gonna need to do some healing first, so that you're ready. You're ready to speak up. Maybe you're doing singing. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you make music. Maybe that's why the throat chakra is desperately needing to be healed. Maybe there's some sort of speaking that you do, or like if you're like pitching ideas or something, like you're talking to investors or something. It's like you're gonna need your throat chakra healed for what you're doing, or your purpose, or to come together with a person. It's like for you to go to the next step and have these blessings that you've been praying and wishing for, you need to heal some things. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay, one more time. Spending too much time babbling and shuffling. Justice, balance from the scales here. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could have Libra in your chart, or this is just like justice, like a justice situation. Like justice could be coming in for you, and that's why these blessings are coming in, because of everything you've been through and all the work you've been putting into something. It's like you're getting your justice, but it's also balancing things too. Allowing things to be balanced. All right. Show me where Aquarius is in 3D. Ten of Swords. Feeling defeated. Maybe this healing of the heart chakra can really bring up some serious hardcore stuff, and it could really be like hitting you hard. Like these things that are coming up could be really hitting you. Like they could be really traumatic things. They could just be really deep things that you've just never healed, you never dealt with. So it's like the longer you take to heal something, like the harder, like the more attached it is to you. It's like we've been building our childhood selves since we were born. There was many years that we were children. So it's like it's like a really big shadow self, the childhood self, I believe. Because it's like you grow up and you kind of think, oh, that was just my childhood, that's how I was, like whatever it may be, but it's something that you may not exhibit that anymore, but it's like if you never actually healed that, or like put like compassion to that, then it sticks with you, and it ends up hitting you later on. So it's like you may now be being hit with these things. It's like maybe something good happened and you're realizing that it doesn't feel as good because of all these things that you're thinking about, or something like that. Okay. What is the situation that Aquarius is in? Show me the situation that Aquarius is in the 3D. Doing a lot of reflecting. Yeah. And that's why, like, it could be feeling really, heavy right now. It's like, that's what I felt like with this song. It's like a heavy topic, like, is what it seems like. Which could be a plethora of things. So I won't get too much into that. You know what it is. But it's like you're kind of reflecting on something right now, because you're going within and you're being guided in doing that. And this is also representative of Virgo too, and this is Virgo season, and Virgo season could be hitting you hard. Virgo season's all about reflection and going within and healing those aspects of yourself because, you know, we're getting ready for 2020, and, you know, then we're gonna have Scorpio season after Virgo season. So it's like Virgo season, we're going within, we're doing the hermiting work, we're really looking at ourselves and how we feel and how we may react to situations, and being honest with ourselves about the things that are still affecting us. You can't lie to yourself about that. You know, it's things that need to be dealt with so that you don't take them any farther. It's like if you have a journey and a mission to be on, these things can't be clouding your judgment and clouding your lights. Like, you need to be shining at your like highest, you know? So this is a situation that you're in. You're reflecting on something, and it's really hard to look at. It could be feeling really defeating to look at. It could be really shameful. It could be just a really, again, traumatic situation. So, you know, whatever it may be, however this may resonate with you, or if it doesn't resonate with you, this could be someone you're dealing with, you know, too. You keep that in mind as well. But yeah, so this person is for sure going in deep on some deep things. As I was saying about Virgo season, we're going deep within. Scorpio season, we're going to be able to defeat those darker aspects of ourselves. You know, Scorpios are the best at going down into the underworld and, you know, healing dark shit. So, you know, we're going to be in Scorpio season. We're going to be dealing with those shadow selves, dealing with those aspects of ourselves that we've neglected. All right. I'm talking way too much about this. Okay, let's see why. Let's see why Aquarius needs to go through this. Because you have wishes on the way. You have wishes on the way. You have things coming in. You have all of these blessings coming in, or you already have them, and it's time to be appreciative of them instead of looking back on the things that have gone wrong, being regretful, feeling ashamed. It's important to be aware when you're doing this, when you're looking at a situation like this, when it's really like this, you know, you really have a lot of blessings, but you're kind of not noticing them, or you're not allowing them to come in. Okay, let's see where you are in 5D. Ooh, that one kind of like slipped out weirdly. 5D. Oh my goodness, a lot. Okay, all right. Ooh, alrighty. A lot. Okay, all right. So let's see the order that they fell out in. Gosh, so many. Okay. This is interesting. The Ten of Cups and being victorious. It's like your 5D self is celebrating your hard work and your drive to move forward. Maybe you're feeling really determined to heal these aspects of yourself, maybe because you've realized that they're holding you back. It's like you're really celebrating and happy and fulfilled at the fact that you have all these blessings. But 3D you isn't really allowing you to fully feel the happiness of your blessings. Or maybe your 5D self is kind of ahead and already living in those blessings right now. You know, it's like you energetically already have these things that you're upset you don't have or thinking aren't coming. But your 5D self is working really hard. They're working really hard at bringing your 3D self to these blessings. They're trying to plan something. Plan something. Let me see. Plan what? What's being planned? Oh, okay. So well, look at the situation. That's probably what's being planned. Okay. What's the situation in the 5D? What's being planned and what they're working really hard, like your guides, your inner being, your 5D self, you know, they're working really hard to bring you to this new beginning where you feel like you can be this fool. And this here, this could be, so yeah, you could have an ancestor, an angel as an ancestor. Maybe you don't know this ancestor. Maybe you do know the ancestor, but maybe you don't. It's like somebody from the past is, that's what I'm feeling from this. Like this could be somebody, you know, that you're coming together with that is in the past here on 3D Earth. But where this is 5D, I'm feeling like this is like, oh wow, and I'm also looking at it as like this is your child self, and you're kind of like giving them a cup of love, compassion, acceptance, understanding. You're kind of, it's like your inner being, your 5D self is like kind of trying to heal and protect and give compassion to that childhood self. But this also, again, like could also mean you have an ancestor that's helping you with this, helping to bring you to this new beginning. Someone that has loyalty to you. And they're trying to help guide you to make these changes and heal these things so that you can be on this new beginning of success and abundance. Abundance, for sure. All right. Why, even though we already know why, but maybe there's more. The Power almost came out. Why? Yeah, because you have things coming in. You have things coming in that you need to be prepared for, things that you need to be healed for so that you can properly deal with them, properly enjoy them, properly use them, opportunities. They need to get you to a place so that you can take these opportunities with no hesitation, knowing that it's something good for you. Maybe with these childhood selves, maybe your childhood aspect, maybe it has something to do with being self-conscious. Maybe it's things that you're self-conscious about or ashamed of that need to be healed so that you can properly go forward without any, like, again, without any hesitation, without holding back, without letting your ego stop you. This, again, you know, healing your ego. Healing, like, not healing your ego, but defeating your ego, because your ego is where all your fear comes from. It's kind of what feeds you those doubt messages. Anytime you feel like you're not able to do something, it's because of your ego. So maybe it's kind of just like getting the ego out of the way so that you can fully hear and accept these blessings that are coming in for you. Let's get more for why. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your ego. Because your ego needs to be healed, because your ego's stopping you. Your ego, those things that you haven't healed. The ego's using those things that you haven't healed in those situations you've been through to stop you. And so it's important that you defeat this beast because you don't want to be the 4 of Cups here. You know, you want the 9 of Cups, the wish fulfillment, you know? Yeah. Alright. Outcome here. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Alright. Lovely. Okay. Amazing. So, the outcome here is you cutting out the things that don't serve you, you being able to let go of things when you need to let go of them, knowing what's true, what's not, the true things that you're telling yourself and the things that aren't true that you're telling yourself about yourself, you know. A happy, steady foundation. This could very well be a union. You could be in union with yourself. It's like you're kind of rejoicing with your childhood self, like coming back together, appreciating yourself and appreciating who you were and who you are, and every aspect of you, and you know, being able to look at the darker sides of yourself and the lighter sides of yourself and look at them in harmony, and don't reject them because it only makes them bigger. It's like, it's kind of like, you can't fight fire with fire. You can't neglect and abandon those aspects of yourself and expect them to heal themselves and go away and never come back. It's like, that's not, you're just like keeping yourself blind from them. You're not healing them, you're keeping yourself blind. You're ignoring those aspects. So this is like you rejoicing with yourself, with your 3D, your 5D self, you know, even, with those aspects coming together and appreciating yourself for every part of you, both sides of you, you know, dark and light. That's what I feel like for that. But also it could very well be some sort of union with a person too, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is, you know, happy home life, happy family, happy everything. Everything. All your wishes come true. You get everything, all the fulfilling things that people want. So that it could also very well be that, but you could just be getting that on your own. You know, it doesn't have to be a person. It's like you're coming together and finally reaping the benefits of all the work you've been doing and all the work your inner being is doing and all the guiding that your guides have been doing and spirit has been doing. You know, it's time to let those blessings come in. You know, don't reject them or stop yourself from them or hold yourself back for them because you don't think you're worthy of them or something. You know, don't hold yourself back. So what's the outcome of the situation? Transformation. So like hermiting and all of that, it's leading you to a transformation of self, transforming the way you think of yourself, the way you do things, maybe the people you spend your time with, you know, how much you'll take from people. You know, maybe you're kind of allowing people to treat you worse, like not as good as you deserve. Maybe there's a death to a way of being, a transformation of you, basically. This could be happening Scorpio season. You could be going through this transformation. Okay, yeah, so why this outcome is because you're going to come out of this stronger. You know, you need to be strong for this, and you're going to get yourself out of, it could be out of a physical place, get yourself out of a physical place, but also out of a mindset. Getting yourself out of a toxic mindset about yourself, like getting yourself to a place where you're kind of like, you appreciate yourself more and you love yourself more and you know what you deserve and all of that. Okay, and then let's see what Aquarius can be excited about here. What can Aquarius be excited about? Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, maybe this is a partner here because the Lovers came out. So yes, this is, again, coming together with yourself, reconciling with yourself, loving yourself, coming together with yourself, but this can manifest in another person. Once you do this with yourself, it's like you can allow a divine counterpart to come in, a soulmate, anyone, you know, whatever you believe in. This twin flame, you know, this is you allowing yourself to give yourself love so that you can get it from outer things as well. It's like you need to fill your own cup first. But this is definitely a reconciliation and a coming together of divine counterparts as well. So that's not going to be ignored here. But also for sure, regardless of anything else, you're coming together with yourself, reconciling with yourself, kind of apologizing to those aspects that you've neglected. And yeah, so that's lovely. And you can also be excited about recognition. You're going to get recognized in some way. There's going to be some sort of recognition here for all your hard work. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this, Aquarius, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night. I hope to see you here next week, and yeah, bye!